Good morning out there in the DFS community. It's Vaughn, the Stat Man, coming into your YouTube airwaves, and welcome to the Stat Room. Woo! How is everybody doing out there this wonderful evening or morning? So before I get into my picks, let me get into my positive word. And my positive word for this fine morning or evening is standard. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have you ever seen somebody that's really fit, where they have that awesome body? You don't even have to ask, do they work out? I mean, because it's obvious, because their standard for how they look is a standard of greatness. So they make sure they look good. You know, if you see somebody who's overweight, then that's their standard for that, where they body doesn't matter. And me, I tell the truth. I mean, if it hurts people's feelings, it doesn't really matter to me. But in life, when you are having your downs, it's because you lowered your standards to some degree. Think about it, guys. And whenever you're going through a rough time and you can't get out of your funk, do you change your standards? Have you raised your standards or have you lowered them? Like when I hear people that make New Year's resolutions, those people never typically succeed. And the reason why is when you have a certain standard, everything you do is a need. Like me, I need to do my DFS, so I break them down every day. I need to work on my acne because that's what I love. When it's a want, like I want to do it, that's when you're setting yourself up for failure. So guys, change your wants into needs, and that will raise your standard. So then you could be on your way to greatness. All right, so I'm gonna leave it there with standard, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so it wasn't a good night in Fanduel tonight. I'd like to tell you guys the truth, so that way I can sleep with my head held high. But it was not a good night in DFS. I actually had the right game, but I didn't put Hernandez in because I told all of my subscribers to stack the Los Angeles Dodgers. And I had them stacked correctly in DraftKings because DraftKings and FanDuel's price points are different and the format's a little different. But today I was able to get the Dodgers in. Now I did get 2 of the Dodgers in, but I got 3 of them in on DraftKings. That's why DraftKings did a 133, FanDuel did a 129. Which on FanDuel 129, you might win your head-to-heads. I'm not sure about double-ups. I know it wouldn't have cashed in the tournaments in GPP. All right, so let's just go through a few of the top 20 players. Bellinger was on my list. He hit a home run. Muncy hit a home run. Yelich hit a home run. Peterson home run. Almora home run. Trumbo a home run. Baez had 15 points, and I didn't check some of the other guys, but Barrows was one of the best pitchers today. Chatwood did decently, and Hill did good. So that's a few of the players. Happ had a decent day. Rosario gave us 9. So yeah, everybody I picked did pretty good. All right, guys, so before I go into my picks, let me introduce myself, guys. I am Vaughn the Stat Man. You can follow me on Twitter at VonnTheStaTman. And guys, check out the website, VonnTheStatman.com. All right, guys, so let me go right into my picks. So tonight I'm giving you pitcher Lugo. He has a 2.85 ERA, and he's only 5,900. I'm using FanDuel's price point as a reference. Now, guys, if you've been watching the New York Mets, their bats are starting to come to life. Their pitching has always been good. They've always held teams to 2 runs, 3 runs, but they weren't getting any run support. Well, that has changed. Their bats have awakened, and I think Lugo is going to pitch one of them gems. And we only won 20 points, but guys, he had 50-point upside. This is how you win a GPP. You got to take a gamble. All right, next I'm giving you first baseman Santana. He's 3,700. He's a switch hitter, and he's versus a young pitcher with the New York Yankees. Now, this young pitcher has had success in back-to-back games, and this team hasn't faced him yet, but Philly has now had a chance to see film on this guy. After 2 games, the major's like, okay, we know what he pitched. He normally starts with this pitch, then he goes to that. So Philly is a team that's hot. The Yankees is starting to go downward. They got swept for the first time. I think they're going to have another loss tomorrow. All right, next I'm giving you second base, Asdrubal Cabrera. He's the New York Mets second baseman. Now, he has a 274 batting average, guys. He has 13 home runs, and he is a switch hitter. Now, I think he's going to start getting on a roll as well. And he's facing a young pitcher, And I think that he is going to do his thing tomorrow, guys. So get him in your lineups. Last but not least, I'm giving you my boomstick play of the night. And the boomstick play has been on fire as of late. I'm giving you Mazara. He's a righty. Well, he's a lefty. He's a 273 batting average. He's 3,600. And he's versus a pitcher who I think is very hittable. And Mazara, he's great left on left, left on right. Like, I don't follow left on right, left on all of that. I just look at it. If a hitter can hit, he can hit left side of the plate, right side of the plate. He's a lefty going up against a lefty. If he can hit, he can hit. You know, so if you follow only righty, lefty, lefty, righty, you're going to lose a lot. All right, so that's the boomstick play of the night, guys. I am on to today. So, guys, don't forget to win-win. That means give people what they want so you can get what you want. And, guys, don't forget to think and ink. That means write it down so that way it can come true. And, guys, if you want to raise your quality of life, you have to raise your standards and turn all of your wants into needs. All right, love you guys.